Hi, welcome. This is Rachel at Blessed Beyond Measure, and today I'm going to be making berries and cream stuffed French toast casserole. This dish is really good to have any time of year, any time of day. You have the richness that comes from the custard, and then you have the light and brightness that comes from your fruit, your berries. So let's go over some ingredients. We have our loaf of French bread. We have eggs, milk, half and half, vanilla extract, salt, cinnamon, sugar, cream cheese, blackberries, raspberries, and blueberries. So let me get my station set up and I'll meet you right back. Okay, so I went ahead and preheated my oven to 350 degrees, and then I took a half a cup each of the blueberries, the blackberries, and the raspberries, and I put half a tablespoon of granulated sugar in it. And what this is going to do is, it's called macerate the berries. It's just a fancy word that basically it softens your fruit and it helps it to release a little bit of juice. So I went ahead and put that in there, and I'm just going to let that sit to the side, and I'll just give it a toss every few minutes or so. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this loaf and we're going to cut it into 16 slices. And it's best if you use a serrated knife. That'll help you cut right through the bread. And it's also better if you have bread that's considered like day-old bread, that's a little more dry. That way it'll help soak up the custard that we're going to put on it. I think this bread's going to be perfect for that. And what we're going to do is we're going to take 8 of these slices, and I went ahead and sprayed a 13 by 9 pan with some cooking spray. We're going to lay 8 slices down, and then we're going to make our cream mixture to go on top of that. So it's going to basically have a layer in between the bread. I don't know about y'all, but I love breakfast foods. I love having it any time of the day. We can eat it for dinner, for breakfast, for brunch. This is such a nice dish that it's suitable enough to bring it to, you know, a ladies' brunch or something like that, or you just want to have the girls over. All right, so let me go ahead and lay 8 slices down. And I don't have them overlapping. They're just going to lay flat in the pan. Just like this. Okay, let me get this area cleaned up, and then we'll go ahead and start mixing our cream mixture together. Okay, so I have my block of cream cheese here that's softened. We're going to beat this up for about 2 minutes. We just want to get it light and fluffy. Okay, that looks pretty good. So now we're going to add 1/4 cup of granulated sugar and 1½ tablespoons of vanilla extract. And give it a mix. Let's scrape down the sides. Easy as that. Now we'll go ahead and spread this mixture onto our 8 slices of French bread. Make sure we get it all. Okay, and I'm just going to add, just spread it out so you can get a really thin layer. Make sure all the surface of the bread's covered. Just like that. Okay, now it's time to add the berries. And you can see all the sugar's dissolved and there's just a little bit of juice in the bottom. You can see that. And I can tell by stirring it that they're a little softer, so we'll just sprinkle them on top. And like I said, I did a half a cup of each of the blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries, but you can just put however much you want. If you want more berries, just go right ahead. Definitely want to make sure you have some on every piece of bread. All right, let me get this cleaned up and then we'll go ahead and make our egg mixture to pour on top. Okay, so here we go. We're going to make our custard mixture. In this bowl, I have 7 eggs that I've cracked. We'll just go ahead and give those a little bit of a mix. Okay, to that, we're going to add 1 cup of milk. We're going to add 1 cup of half and half. Or you can use heavy cream, whichever you prefer. 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. And give it another mix. All right, so get our casserole dish back out and we'll add the additional 8 slices of bread right on top of the ones underneath. And I can tell as they've set out here just on the counter, they've dried out a little bit more, so that's going to make it even better to soak up that custard. All right, let's get it poured on top. And you want to do this a little bit slowly to allow it to be able to soak into the bread. Push it down a little bit and help it absorb. All right. The best way to do this is just with clean hands, push it down. That's going to help it soak it right up. So I have my oven preheated at 350 degrees. We're going to pop this in and let it cook for about 50-55 minutes until you can tell that it's set on the middle, and then we'll give it a taste. So I'll meet you right back. All right, so this baked in my oven for 50 minutes, and you can see the center of it is just set, and some of the berries had even started to burst a little bit, so it's just really beautiful. Let's scoop one out and let's give it a taste. And I'll have the recipe listed down in the description, so you'll be able to see all the exact measurements for everything. Oh. It's still a little hot, but I've had it sitting out for about 10 minutes. So you can certainly eat it just the way it is, but I have a little bit of powdered sugar right here. I wanted to dust a little bit on the top. I have a little bit of my berries left over. And I have some whipped cream. And a little bit of pure maple syrup. I think that turned out beautifully. All right, let's give it a taste. You can taste the richness from the custard on the inside, and the berries just give it just that little bit of sweetness. It's not overly sweet at all, but definitely you can get some of the sweetness off of the maple syrup. I hope you guys give this a try. This is just a wonderful recipe, like I said, that you can make for just your family at home, or you can serve it to a crowd. So I just hope you'll give it a try. And if you like this video, if you'll give me a thumbs up and you'll hit that subscribe button and let me know what you think. We'll see you next time.